Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, the channel where we're experiencing the world, where we're traveling and where we're helping to bring an awareness about the different things, especially right now here in Africa, trying to let everyone know that what is the truth and what is not the truth. We hear so many things and most of what we hear, those of us that live in the West, that have lived in the West, are very negative, and it's just not true. Here in Nairobi, this is a big city. This is not some mud huts and lions running around everywhere and monkeys climbing all over this and that. All that is needless, I say more, but that's just not the way it is. Animals here in Africa, they exist, yes, but there are, I guess what I want to say is very modernized in areas, and what I mean by that is literal cities, towns, metropolitan type cities, and the infrastructure is amazing. And in many cases, some of the structures are way better than those in the West. Homes here are made out of cement. I mean, not just those blocks, but cement, not wood frame and all of that stuff. So we'll get into that at another time. But today, I want to thank all you who have subscribed. And I also want to encourage those of you who have not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe, like, and share the video. There, we have some content that we've done since starting the channel. Please go back and view those videos. If you can, if you like it, give us a thumbs up and maybe make a comment. And this helps our channel as we are going global and doing international travels. I want to talk to you about a particular thing, an event that took place with me on a financial tip. Let me say, as far as the US dollar, there is something definitely going on when it comes down to the value that the US dollar once had globally. I personally was able to experience something that I think is worth sharing, especially for those of you who would like to travel, those of you who are interested in going to different countries. I'm sure there are some countries that you will face a very similar situation in which I had. And you can take this for entertainment purposes only, or you can take this as potential wisdom and guidance. So, I came to Kenya and I didn't do what some people suggest, and that is to get your currency prior to leaving the West. And that way you already have some currency. You can order it through your banking institution or whatnot. But what I did was chose to get new US dollars. The first two times I was able to do that, but this time I went to a banking institution, same banking institution, but management was different. And they did not give me what I asked for, which was new $100 bills. I found that I had trouble with the US currency that was not new. And so I decided to do this video. What I found was that here, when you go to do currency exchange, the US dollar is now scrutinized and it is looked at with a fine-tooth comb, almost microscopic type of investigation over each bill. If there are any marks, writings, discolorations, tears of any sort, your dollar bills, or in my case, $100 bills, will be rejected. And that can be problematic depending upon how many bills you have that can be rejected. Once here in this country, it is very hard after that to be able to utilize the power of that US dollar when it is being rejected. From tears, markings, stamps, writing, any defacing at all. I don't care how minute you think it is, but when they look at it and it is not perfect, it can be rejected. And that is something that I ran into. I had over 2,000 US dollars in hundreds that was rejected. Yeah. So you can imagine what that would do to one if you were counting on that money to be able to do the things that you needed to do while you were out traveling or what have you. So I think it's very important for you to get brand new dollar bills, or I will say, if you're doing, I would do not small quantities, meaning dollars, $5, $10, $50, $100 bills. Those are much easier to do the foreign exchange. You end up getting, higher fees when they have to do smaller denominations. So if I were you, I would stay with the larger denominations. And that way, if you get new, crisp, say $100 bills or $50 bills, then you will be able to have success in your foreign exchange. Okay, lastly, you want to make sure that you know the laws of the country that you're going to. Know how much money in currency that you're able to take through the airport and into the country. That way you don't get in trouble with having more money than what is allowed into that country. And so this is very important as well, that you make yourself knowledgeable about the laws of the country that you're going to, especially when it comes down to money and currency. You don't want to be held up on a technicality of just not knowing what you need to know as it relates to finance or currency, that maximum amounts that are allowed. I would also suggest that if you know you're going to be in a country for an extended period of time, or you're going to be returning to that country on multiple occasions, maybe if, I'll put it this way, if it makes business sense for you to start a bank account in that country, if it makes business sense, some of you are going to have to read between the lines, that you be able to transfer, whether it be wire transfer or what have you, your money straight from bank to bank. It will help to alleviate a lot of the problems. And when you retrieve your money from the bank in the country that you are in, it's going to come to you in the currency of that country. So just trying to see what I can do to help out, things I've learned, and I hope this has been a help to you. Now, the other thing that is important is I also found out through one of the banking institutions here that not only is a condition of the money a possible issue, but there are certain series, or what we would call serial numbers, or series of of the bill that can be rejected also based on what has been determined that they are no longer accepting. If the U.S. put out a certain series that they are removing from circulation, if you have those bills and you bring them with you, they will be rejected. So some research and planning is very necessary when it comes down to the U.S. dollar and traveling now. There are just some hurdles out here concerning the U.S. dollar these days. And so I wanted to make sure I kind of went over some of these things so that you can prevent going through some of the challenges that I had to go through with the U.S. dollar. This is just a clear sign of how the dollar is really no longer having the influence and the value that it once had globally. When you can have $2,000 of $100 bills and it's worth nothing because they have rejected it. They look at it as some type of, negative thing for them to accept it in the condition that it's in, even though you can take it back to the U.S. and spend it as normal. It's just not that way internationally anymore. So if you would take what I'm saying and utilize it and plan for your financial stability while traveling internationally by taking a few extra steps, you can save yourself a tremendous headache and then having to try to determine, well, what do I do with this money now that it's being rejected? So that becomes a whole nother problem all by itself. So if you would, please share, please like, please subscribe to our channel. And as different things happen along with traveling, we will continue to update you. We will continue to keep you informed and, understand that these are some of the nuances that as we travel and we do what we're doing here, we can kind of help facilitate information that will keep you from stumbling over some things that you don't need to stumble over, because we've already been through it and we can help you. So if you will, give us that thumbs up, give us a like, and we'll see you the next time on What Time Is It? Take care.